Today's the 11th of September, it's 2025, and we're in Palmanova again. But Anita's just going to have her hair done, so I've got a little time to wander around. Well, Anita's gone in to have her hair done. I've just had a chat with Laszlo, and he seems to be incredibly busy. He's a builder and lots and lots of work on. Anyway, I'm just going to have a little walk down towards Magaluf. I'm not going to walk around Magaluf, I did that last night. And then I'll walk down into Palmanova. I just need to go into the gas and electricity place in Magaluf just to sort out some things. So hopefully, I don't know if I need an appointment. Usually do. See if they'll let me in without one. Anyway, that's the Roski over there. I'm going to go down this way. After all that really turbulent weather, it has now settled down completely, and the clouds have completely disappeared, and the temperature's started to rise, the humidity's rising again, I can feel that in the air, and the forecast is just hot weather. This is the Zafiro Palace. This one's the 5-star Zafiro in Palmanova. So when you come to Palmanova, you see there's 2 Zafiro Palmanovas. This one's the Palace, and it's the 5-star one. And it's 4-star, the other one. It's just down the road here. So the weather forecast now is clear, sunny weather for the next few days. And even something of a heat wave on the mainland. It's talking of temperatures going up there again to hit 35 degrees. And you think children are back at school, and many of the state schools don't have air conditioning. It's really hot being in a classroom. I'll have fans blowing, but it doesn't really cut it when it's very hot and humid. Looking across the road, there's some lovely houses. The ones up there must have some quite nice views over Palmanova. We're on this sort of road that goes the back of Palmanova, and it goes down into Magaluf. It's a main artery, so it's a busy road, a little bit on the noisy side, where all the buses and coaches go, ferrying people to and from the airport. Some contrasting stories about how busy the island is or has been. So some saying it's been a bad year, others a good year. So I think until the official figures come out, we won't really know. I think what we were saying was the number of British tourists coming in July and August was down, but some others were up. So a little bit of swings and roundabouts. And that gets reflected in different areas where places like Magaluf and Palmanova are, or have been traditionally, more British than other nationalities. That's very much changing. And certainly as you walk through Palmanova, you hear lots of different languages spoken. It's the pool at the Aqua Sol, sorry. Trees along here providing a nice shady walk for me. There's plenty of benches as well. Plenty of places just to rest for a bit. And over the walks that I've been doing, that's the house we've watched being built. There's something on the roof which I can't make out from this angle. Is it a plant? Just a sculpture. It's a plant. Leaves blowing in the wind. A lot of cars parked down here. This area restricted for the justices of the peace and social services. So the offices are just down here, and obviously this is their official parking area. School up there, and then the road to the left takes you down towards Palmanova. I'm going to go into Magaluf, but I'm not going to go all the way in, just part way. It's where the closest office is for the gas and electricity, at least that I know of. The Justice of the Peace, and in front of us we have the Casa Baleares Apart Hotel, which runs all the way down there. Safely across the road, so yes, that's the Casa Baleares, and this is going to take me up and then down into Magaluf. Just behind the Casa Baleares, and it's also behind the Zafiro, is where they've been building these apartments. There was a cause for concern about noise, but there's more noise from the road here, with trucks going by like the rubbish truck there. They look as though they're more or less finished. Painting being done. This is where the work's gone. Still piles of rubble there, so I guess that's got to be cleared. And yeah, still a mountain of building material, so I'm not sure what else is going to be built. Oh, there is a big digger over there doing some digging away. And it does create a little bit of noise, but if you're actually in the Casa Baleares, even the Zafiro, you probably don't hear it. This is what they're doing here. Building walls, underground parking, and swimming pool. Going to be nice apartments just on the outskirts of Magaluf Palmanova. That's the school across there with the picture on the side. There's the men working on the apartments. Not a particularly high-rise block. Quite nice, quite concentrated though. Lots of apartments down here. These are lived in down on this side. Did speak to a man who was living there and seemed to be very happy. The block there that's almost finished. And now we're just walking into Magaluf, and it's the main road that goes through Magaluf now. Sports centre across the road. This is the Aldi supermarket. So the 104 bus coming up, that's one that takes you from Magaluf over into the city, into Palma. Just got clouted on the head by the barrier. Did say you shouldn't go that way, so it's my own fault. This is where the gas and electricity office is. Now, I'm not too hopeful. I might have to make an appointment to come, so I'll go and see it and let you know how it goes on. Well, I can't believe how easy that was. So nobody in the office at all to be attended to, just two ladies working there, but nobody in a queue, no need for a cita, an appointment. And so I just went in and explained to the lady that I wanted to cancel a gas contract. Now the story behind the gas contract is that just before COVID we were asked to have gas, and at the moment we had bottled gas, and we thought it might be more straightforward if we had it piped directly to the house. And so we signed a contract and they came to start it. COVID hit and they never actually finished the job. When we asked them to come back to finish it, they sent an engineer, and the engineer came and said we needed to have a new water heater, and that would cost X amount of money, which was quite a lot. and that the gas was going to cost more than what we were paying for at the moment. So there seemed really no point in doing it. So we've never actually finished the connection, and we just pay like a standing charge. And every time they do an estimate of the amount of gas that we use, and then they have to give us the money back, which just seems a bit ridiculous. Well, now we're in a situation where if you have a gas installation, you have to have it inspected regularly to make sure there's no leaks and it's all okay. And the company that did the initial installation, very noisy here, wants to come and do an installation and charge me €50 plus VAT for doing the check. And I just don't really see the point anymore. So I've been into the office and told them I want to cancel it, and she agreed with me. It was a waste of time and a waste of money having it. So anyway, so she's done the form, and the account will be cancelled. I guess I'm going to have to send them another gas meter reading, and hopefully they'll just cut it off, and that'll be the end of the story. And now we've got the solar panels. Our energy consumption has virtually disappeared. So I'll keep you posted if I have anything new. As far as the solar panels are concerned, yesterday they were more or less back to normal with the weather. The day before we had almost no production of electricity because of the storms. I have made a screenshot of the graph, and I will post that when I do the next one on the solar panels, just to show the variation from day to day depending on the weather conditions. We are very lucky here in Mallorca that we have around 300 sunny days a year, so today's one of them. Anyway, sunny day, just going past Pappy's. I'm not sure if Ellery's still here, but if you are, Ellery, hope you're having a nice time. Last time I saw you was here in Pappy's, I think. And do give my regards to your dad. Hope he's getting about a bit now and feeling better after the operation. So I've now got Magaluf behind me, Palmanova in front of me, and Torrenova up to my right up here. That's Torrenova. It's Eduardo land. That's where he lives. He just celebrated his 84th birthday. Wish him and his wife Angela all the best. I was speaking to Laszlo when I dropped Anita off to have her hair done. Laszlo's been doing some work up in Calvia, and he was telling me about the damage that had been done by the storms on the road going up to Calvia, with lots of trees coming down, which meant the services, the fire service, the Banat services, all came out to cut the road, cut the trees and clear the road. Saw some damage along the Paseo Maritimo. Saw some in the newspaper, and I actually saw some firsthand as we were driving along. I did actually see a video on the mainland where the top of one of these palm trees was just blown off. It just went. Quite stunning, really. So this is Palmanova, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know if you've seen the pictures in the Daily Express or the Daily Mail or whichever of those newspapers that tell these stories and show all the beds with no people on them, and they're all stacked up and the beach empty. Well, this is it now. There's no school holidays now, so these are just people largely without children. And just about every bed, even at the back of the beach, which is where I am now, are taken. It's two different stories, isn't it? So it's the headline grabbing stories that the tabloid newspapers want to project, and it's clickbait by people who will tell you that it's dying on its feet and the Magaloof's over and Palmanova's over. That looks to me like a totally different story. In fact, these are these expensive beds across here, and most of those are taken. There's a green flag today, so that means it's safe again. When we came here a couple of days ago, there was a yellow flag. It was just so windy. Oh, I'm feeling the heat on my back now. And in the sea, the lifeguards on duty. This area is for those who are not quite so mobile. It makes it easier for them to get onto the beach, enjoy the beach. They've even got a walkway specially made for them to get down to the sea, and there's some equipment to help them to get down to the sea as well. There's also shade where they can sit out of the sun. Just going past Ciso's, by the way. You can take a picture of Ciso's like that and say, oh look, Ciso's is deserted. They're not open, and they won't open until later on. This is an area where people can come and just put down their own sunbeds or their own towels, parasols. Not many of those. The next area where we've got the sunbeds again seems pretty full again. This is Somatias Beach Hotel. So last year, Shauna and Claire came to stay here, but they decided this year it was back to the Santa Lucia. I must say, when they went, I wasn't sure whether they'd be going back to the San Matias or the Santa Lucia, or try somewhere completely different, but it looks as though Santa Lucia must have done something right for them, and expecting to see them next summer here in Mallorca. And by the time I post this video, it'll be Shauna's birthday, so I did a little happy birthday video for her. So happy birthday to Shauna, and thank you for all the lovely messages that you send to us. And it's always lovely to meet you, say hello, and catch up with what you've been up to over the year. Turtle Beach, went past it last night, went past Turtle Beach in Magaluf. People having their brunch, I suppose it is, it's 11 o'clock. Second time I've walked past now, and Jill's, the ice cream girl's, not there. Hopefully she'll be there later on. Maybe she only does afternoons. There's the Santa Lucia with a car park full of mobility scooters. I was just going to say there's no pedlos out, but there's one just been launched. It is okay. There's a few little waves, but they're only little waves. So just a nice family thing, fun thing to do, isn't it? Get out onto the water, pedal away like mad. It's actually look a little bit choppy. Oh, they're underway. And here's a Santa Lucia. All the beds, as always, taken or reserved. It's funny, I was thinking this morning, so our first 10 years or more coming here, we used to go to the Santa Lucia regularly, particularly in the winter time, and particularly around Christmas. And they used to have great parties, which would not only be for the locals, not only for the residents, but for the locals as well. We used to really enjoy those. And then times got a bit hard one summer, and they decided they were going to close for the winter. They're going to do a refurb during the winter, bring it up market a little bit, which they did, but then they never reopened again in the winter time. And that's been the story of a lot of hotels that close in October, open around Easter. And it's been very hard for the government to persuade them to do otherwise. There are one or two hotels that stay open during the winter time, but literally one or two. In this part of Palmanova, it's probably the Fergus Hotel is named on the front. The move very much by the government is to encourage them to stay open now longer. But they've got two things. They've got to encourage both the hotels and they've got to encourage the airlines. And as I said in another video, Angela was trying to book with her regular TUI operator, and there are no flights in November. So she, particularly because of other commitments that she's got, wanted to come in November, and she managed to find a flight that suited her from Manchester, and with EasyJet, with TUI, and found it was going to be much cheaper, so that's what she's going to do. And hopefully it'll all work out well, and she'll see how easy it is, and be able to do it again and again. Well, this is looking very busy. This is looking high season busy to me. There's no sunbeds here. There's just people with their own towels and lilos and their own parasols. And just looking into the distance, it's lots of people in the sea. All the bars and restaurants here, I can film them, but they're empty, and they're empty because they're not open yet. Still cleaning array. Getting ready to open. That's Roger's got the vacuum cleaner or the blower or something going. Whatever it is, it's very noisy. Calvia 2000, they're responsible for keeping the area clean. This is one of the chiringuitos just next to the Zell. Actually walking in the opposite direction to the one I usually walk in. This is the Zell Hotel. Got no beds here right in front of the Zell Hotel. They managed to push them along a little bit. And again, some beds along there taken. Not so many of the expensive Bali beds, but all the other ones look right to the back of the beach. And there's still plenty of space on this beach because it's a big, wide beach. Plenty of room for games, which is where they have the volleyball. So here's the map of the beach. So we've got these sections here where they can have your parasols. The volleyball area over there, look. It's nice to get out actually for a proper walk. So, since we've been back, we've not really managed to do that. It's just either been, we've got too many commitments, too many things going on with family, friends, and the house and the like. And Anita with her appointments. Me with my appointments as well. To see the nurse and the doctor. Everything's good, by the way. Still didn't lose anything between last month and this month, but I didn't gain anything either. And considering we went on holiday and had some nice meals and the odd glass of wine and beer. So it's good that I didn't actually put any weight on now. I've got just between now and Christmas put a little bit of effort in and try and lose a little bit more. Just doing a bit of work here. Oh, I can see some shade. That's going to be very welcome. Just we speak to Serena quite often, and the contrast between the UK and Mallorca as far as the weather concerned is quite amazing. And just a few days ago, we were walking along the promenade in Leon the Solent and getting blown away and rained on. And then we come here, and it's just a 2-hour flight away. I think what we're going to see are more people of our sort of age saying July and August are just too hot. Let's come in September, October. And I think September, October are going to become busier months. So let's see if that happens. Perhaps this year, perhaps next year. I know we spoke to Yvonne and Marcia yesterday when we went out for lunch, and they were saying there were some days in August when it was just too hot to go out of the house. You just couldn't open the door and go into the furnace that was outside. And Marcia was saying on one of them, they go to an Indian restaurant, which is a 5-minute walk away normally, and she drove. She said she couldn't face walking that distance. The thermometer across the road says it's 28 degrees now, and for me that's a nice holiday temperature. Get over 30 degrees and it's hot. We've got the we've got the volleyball nets out. We've got marked out here for the volleyball here, and over there we've actually got some nets out. There's nobody out playing volleyball. I suppose some of the youngsters that would likely be volleyballing might be back to school now, and people who had August as a holiday, which is a lot of people, will be back to work, so be perhaps busier at the weekend, or maybe even later on in the afternoon when finish school, finish work, as the Tropico. This doesn't open. The down at the bottom you've got the cocktail area, that doesn't open till 12 o'clock. Up above you've got a sun area and a swimming pool, and just see lots of people sunbathing. Anita and I do not sunbathe ever. We just very much keep ourselves out of the sun. Anita did have a scare a few years ago, and that's put her off sunbathing altogether, and very much keeps out of the sun, and myself as well. I mean, I've been to the doctor and to skin specialists to have my skin checked, and they've blasted me with the nitrogen on some spots which may or may not have been dangerous, but just to be on the safe side, they've taken them away. So yeah, we always seek the shade, as you'll know if you watch the videos. I'm always looking for a little bit of shade. This is quite a strange way of doing the walk, because I'm doing it sort of backwards, so normally I'm walking in the opposite direction. So things just look a little bit different, don't they? It's one of these wooden walkways that helps people to get down to the water side. Steps take me up. Normally I would say see you at the top and turn off the camera, but I seem to negotiate steps so much easier now, and much more, well, without getting out of breath so much. And we're just in time actually to see one of the Britannia boats coming in. And a queue of people waiting to get on. Already going to be quite a few people on it as well, I think. I love the sound of the water hitting the wave, hitting the rocks down there. Much better than traffic noises. Just tying up now. They do this with such precision. You'd think they'd done it before. Oh, he missed. Ah, lady helped him. And then the captain goes into reverse and then holds position while people get up and some more people get on. Now they slide the gangways out. Show your ticket to get on. It's already looking pretty full on the top deck. All these people, I don't know if they're going to find space up there. But a few photos on at the end. Right, we'll let them get on. Catch up in a minute. Well, they're pulling up the gangway now, and they'll release the ropes. And off they go. Make sure you put it in reverse gear. And off they go. There's quite a few other boats moored just offshore. I'll take a few photos. There she goes. And we'll carry on walking round. Not so much shade along this part. The seed pods hanging down there. It's the doggy beach. Here's the locks that people put on. And the plastic bags for the doggy litter. So steps by Sea Rose in the past, so they've attracted, at least this wall here is on the left, attracted a lot of graffiti. Just nice to see that it hasn't got any at the moment. Long may it stay like that. And here's the other beach. And you can see all the people in the sea, there's hundreds of them. Sea Rose. think I need to go and find a shady spot and a drink. Well, it is really hot, so I've stopped off at the Beehive La Colmena and got myself a nice shandy. Back to normal, eh? Cheers. Just what I needed. Well, always a great place to stop for a drink. The Beehive La Colmena, and watch the world go by. Oh, I've just had a nice break there. Anita's just sent me a message to say that she's finished now, so I can go off and meet her at the car park. What a call. There's Max on the phone. And Elvis at the LA American Diner. Beaches are still packed, and the bars and restaurants are all getting ready to welcome them for the afternoon and on into the evening. It's 12:15, which has done quite well, less than 2 hours. This is the Fergus Hotel. This is the one that's actually open all the year round, and it's in that perfect position, being right across the road from the beach and the promenade. You've got the bars along here. That's Annabelle's. In a previous video, and I've had some comments actually about a bill that someone supposedly received for 63,000 euros from Meal there. And it's been called into question whether it was something that had been doctored and wasn't a real bill, so I guess we'll never know. I couldn't work out what 45,000 euros on various fish was.
¿Vale? Cosa que esto es mentira. Te digo así porque...
It's the Indian restaurant. Anita was saying we need to go back there. I tend to agree with her. 34 degrees it says on that thermometer. I think that might be a sun temperature. This is Cantoni, always busy here. I'm just going to pop into the pharmacy here. Well, one of the things that happened when I went to see the doctor the other day is we were talking about tablets. That was my main reason, because I've lost a lot of weight. I don't think I need quite the tablets that I was taking before, and one of them was a blood pressure tablet, so he's halved those for me. I did a trial from July to now, and just checking my blood pressure, everything seems to be fine, so I'm now hopefully permanently on the lower dose, and hopefully keep that going, and then by this time next year maybe I'll be off them altogether. We'll see. I'm just up by the flags now, and the car park across the road there. I'm guessing Anita will be waiting for me. They put this like tourist information thing here, but it's not really on, but it seems a strange place to put it. There's a sushi buffet libre. Now, the question is, where is Anita? Somewhere in the car park, I guess. Anyway, I'll go and search, and we'll catch up when we find her. Well, I managed to find Anita right there in the car park, exactly as planned. So, how'd you like her hair? Beautiful as always. Well done.
Very pleased. Thank you, Charlotte.
And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.